Like that. Hey, appreciate some of your time. I know it's been a busy day. A good day for Mississippi State athletics. A huge announcement earlier today, an $8 million anonymous gift coming to the athletics department. Start us off with the basics. What is the purpose of this gift? What does it mean? And if you want to tell us who made the gift, you're welcome to.
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. I'll do it. No, it's always a great day to be a Bulldog, and appreciate you guys having us on. This is something that since we've been here, really tried to look at the Bulldog Club and wanted to thank so many great members that we have now, but also understand that we've got to make sure we do some different things as we're going into a new era of college athletics. What are some of the funds that we need to have good resources, competitive resources? So for us, we started with the new major gift giving society of philanthropy. Traditionally we've done a lot of transactional giving in college athletics, and I think the programs that have really been able to take steps forward are those that continue to ask for philanthropic support, and that's how the story of this gift came about. Was it was a donor who's great Mississippi State fan supporter that understood the need that we have at state and wanted to be part of the solution. And so the funds will go to help really bolster our football program. And for us, we all know in this area of the country how important the game of football is, and everybody that knows college athletics understands just the economics of what college football does. So we wanted to make sure that we're investing in the right level so our teams can be successful.
Zach, how do you foster a relationship to the point of making an ask like this? You've been involved in athletics for a long time, and I know you've worked on the development side of things. This isn't something where you just cold call somebody and say, hey, would you consider making a 7-figure gift? What does that process look like to build a relationship to be able to make that kind of ask?
I think relationships always take time, and, you meet so many great people. And, one of the questions you get is, okay, what's going on in athletics? What are some of the needs? And then as you strengthen relationships, a lot of times people, whether it's you've got $5 to give, $1 to give, or you've got, $8 million to give, people want to help. People believe in what college athletics does for people. Clearly, most people understand that to win consistently and to have a chance to have a winning culture, winning program, you need consistency, but you also need resources. And so this donor understood our need and said, hey, look, I want to do my part. And so it wasn't necessarily a twist your arm type deal. That's not the type of person, not the type of program we have, but we do want to be transparent and open. These are some of our needs, and it happened where this particular donor decided that they wanted to step up and do this in a huge way for us.
Zach, obviously, when you get a gift like that, there might be a tendency to go, okay, that's great. We're in a good spot here. But I know that in college athletics, the need for funds is never ending. What's the message to Mississippi State fans who see this $8 million and say, okay, well, maybe I don't need to make that donation this month?
Yeah, no, it just shows, we've all got to come together. And one of the best things about, I think, this gift and, which is so, I don't know, one, you're so thankful and so grateful, but also it shows like we've got a lot of great people, so many great Bulldogs that want to be part of the solution. If we can't, there's a great book, by Simon Sinek about the infinite game. There's a lot of things that of the game of college athletics, if you will, that we don't control right now. And having resources are a big deal of that to be competitive, whether it's from a personnel standpoint or with your coaches to facilities, whatever it might be. So I think the message is this is just a start, and there's never going to be a spot of where we arrive, I think, of where we have enough. But one of the things that we do is we want to make sure that we're the most strategic and financially responsible department, understanding we've got to invest in the sport of football for the overall success of our entire athletics department. And for us, it's never just about what can one sport do or what athletics can do, but most importantly, what kind of exposure that we can bring to all the great things that are happening in the best small town in the South, and that's Starkville, Mississippi.
Visiting with Zach Selmon, athletics director at Mississippi State, talking about a gift that was announced earlier today in the amount of $8 million, an anonymous gift to the Mississippi State Athletics Department. I think you have said this will go to benefit student athletes. Zach, there's still uncertainty about the future, right? We've thought we were headed toward this revenue sharing model, but now that settlement appears to be held up a little bit. When you think about the ways that this money will be used, is it going to be to help defray the cost to the athletics department of revenue sharing? Will it go directly to NIL? How quickly are we going to get to a point where a school can contribute to NIL?
Don't know the answer to your last question about when schools can do that or if they ever can. That's one of the, I think, the frustrating things for all of us in this industry is there's a lot of uncertainties. And so as we've looked at it as, okay, we know some of the certainties, and one of the certainties is there's going to be a need, and there is a need for us to generate new revenues with the ability to understand we're going to have to pivot on things, whether it's, for us, we also have, and looking down the face of starting a project or trying to go find resources for a football indoor facility and some other facility enhancements that we have to do to stay competitive. And so for us, we wanted to make sure that we're looking at it, okay, what do we know we have to do? There's a lot of things that we don't know, and we're going to have to scenario plan for those. But for right now, we're really looking at how across the board can we generate more revenues. And in the same time, coming up in the fundraising world, we've always wanted to make sure we're constantly looking at our expenses and controlling the expenses as much as we can. But we know to drive revenues, to increase our efficiencies, we are going to have to invest in certain areas. And specifically, how can we make sure that we position Mississippi State for success into the future?
So is this an unrestricted gift? I know sometimes people say, okay, I want to make this donation and it's going to go to the construction of a new golf facility or whatever it might be. But when a donor says, hey, we understand that this is necessary, here's how we're willing to help, and then they trust you to spend that wisely, I mean, that's an athletic director or a fundraiser's dream, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And, I think it has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with the heart and the generosity of this donor that, trust us, one, but understands, again, the importance of our football program to the ecosystem. We've had 5 coaches here in 7 years, and that again, going back to, you got to have consistency to build classes and stack classes over time. You got to have consistency within the walls of a program. And so that's one of the things that this donor believed in and understood, and really eternally grateful for their generosity and support.
This may not be something you want to ask, and it's just a question that's come up, or something you may not want to answer. Is this a gift that comes in all at once, or it's a donation that happens over the course of some period of time?
Yeah, it's already started to come in. I'll tell you that, and we're so grateful that it's coming in, and we're getting it in time that we definitely need it. So it won't all be at once. But it will be just in time as we need it.
Well, certainly fantastic news. As this news was shared within the athletic department community, and we've got about a minute left, what was the reaction as people found out about this kind of within the department? Was it a needed lift, a morale boost?
I don't want to say a morale boost. Clearly, anytime you announce an $8 million gift, it's like, wow, that's so generous. It's uncommon. But, I give a testament to our staff and our teams. We understood this is a lot of hard work. And, clearly last weekend's outcome in a football game disappointed a lot of people. But, our team bounced back, practicing their tails off. Our staff is working hard. But clearly anytime you get, a news like this, it's always a good shot in the arm, and it's affirmation knowing that we're not doing this alone. You do this to make an impact on young people, and it takes resources. So it's a really good day for Mississippi State.
Zach, thanks.